Why, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Shippo. Today is Tuesday, January 9th, 2024. Hello. Welcome. There is Ollie Cat hovering around me. Hey Ollie, where you going? Where you going? Oh, Ollie Cat. Hey Ollie. How's Ollie? Mwah. How's Ollie Cat? Yeah, it's a big boy. It's a big boy. Yeah. What you doing? You've been rubbing my legs. You've been rubbing my legs. Yes. Yes, big boy. Oh, get over there. Get over there. So, the 3D printer is currently printing a new item in black that will be an item I eventually get listed. I have quite a few things in need of listing at the moment. Items that I have pictures of that I need to do listings, make the listings for, and I have items that I have printed that I need to get pictures of to then list. And then I've got items that I have designed that need to be printed, and items I need to design and then print and then picture and list. So yeah, the work continues. I had one sale that I was able to print before the stream, and that is ready to go out. In front of me, I have this thing. This is the same as the Nintendo 64 display, base mode display, but this is sized for the Sega Genesis cartridges / Mega Drive cartridges. Yeah. Single game. I have one for the Super Nintendo cartridges behind me, and then what is printing right now is the 2x1 of the Super Nintendo version, the 2x1. So it's 2 tiers for a single cartridge. It holds 2 cartridges. I have the same thing for the Nintendo 64. I will have it for the Genesis. And while I have that 2x2 behind me that fits 4, I did the design for that and put it through the slicer program. Yeah, for the Super Nintendo, the 2x2 uses like nearly the entire allowed height of my printer. It's almost at the limit of the printer height wise. And it would have to be printed slower than these that aren't as tall. It would have to, I would be listing it at like $20, if not $25, if I were to offer that. A display that would hold facing outwards like that for Super Nintendo cartridges. Specifically, North American Super Nintendo cartridges that are extra wide, that are like really wide. These things they're pretty big. They're pretty wide. And then, 2 of them on each tier and 2 tiers of them. Now, there is enough room, I believe, on the printer bed. I could put a 3rd tier. Could have a 3rd tier, but no. Considering I have not sold a single one of these yet, of the 2x2 Nintendo 64 one, and I've sold quite a few of the ones that are the 2x1 size. I'm going to stick with the 2x1 size for now. Oh, I'm realizing that's printing in blue, isn't it? Ha! Ah, we're printing in blue. Hi. Yeah, we're printing in blue. I forgot I was going to swap to black, so I guess my listing item is going to be in blue. That's fine, I guess. I'm going to only be printing one of any given color when I make my listings. Before I make my listings, I'm not going to take the time. Let's go here. Yeah, I'm not going to take the time to print every single color that I have, one of every single color, to get pictures of one of every single color anymore. It takes too long, especially with these larger items that I'm printing. It's too much time. Don't spoil anything. Going back through all the episodes. Well, thing is, we're going to be starting the game pretty soon, and that'll pretty much show exactly where we are. So yeah, good luck. Good luck. Catching up. I did see the Pi optimization guide, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't started the game yet. I also saw apparently that there have been updates released to the Pi suite, and I haven't looked at that either. Yeah, so there's stuff with the game today. There is stuff with the game today. And ideally we will get quantum batteries today. I want to say that I will not be updating the game today. If I do the update before the end of this series at all. I'm considering that we may be at the point where we have progressed enough that I don't really think I want to go around fixing things that may be broken by whatever updates they've pushed, but I have to look at the updates and see what they've changed if there's stuff that's breaking. Because, yeah, that tends to happen every time the Pi suite gets updated. They break existing factories. I need to see if this set of updates breaks existing factories, and if it does, then I'm not doing the update in this save until after I finish this save. It'll be something for next time. Yeah, so the 2x2 Super Nintendo version would take an hour and 42 minutes plus prep time to print and cost about $1.78 of material cost by itself, which is a lot, actually. That is a significant amount of stuff. It uses nearly a tenth of a roll of filament, all on its own. Nearly a tenth, 98.7336 grams of filament of a roll that's 1,000 grams. So basically 100 out of 1,000. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff, and it takes a while to print. So I'm not inclined to print it and list it. I'm not inclined to do that, even though I've designed it. Not so inclined to have it offered. Now the Genesis one, a little bit more inclined. It's not as tall, smaller even than the N64 one. A little bit more inclined for that. I also have Game Gear. I have Game Gear displays that I've designed. I've actually printed the single base mode display. You know, like this. It's just sized for Game Gear instead. I have that. I have to get pictures of it. And I have a version that is able to hold 2x3. I could do a 3x3. I don't see the need to at this moment. That would be a bit much. My sale today actually was another one of these 16. These 4x4s for Game Boy Advance in blue. That's why there's blue right now getting printed, because I just forgot to switch back to black. Yeah, sold another one of those. I was like, really? A person had bought 6 the other day going into last stream, and then now there was another one that sold. It's like, great, fantastic. I've also been troubleshooting a little bit of an issue that I've been having with face mode. I was getting these like little shadows of diagonal texturing, like just diagonal texturing, which I think I know sorta what's going on with that, but basically in order to fix it, I've had to set the printer to like just extrude more plastic, basically. And it has fixed it. It increases a couple cents on larger items, the material costs, but it means that it gets rid of that texturing on the base mode prints, which what you're watching is base mode or spiralized outer contours. It basically prints the whole thing in just one continuous extrusion around the perimeter in a thick extrusion. So it's just one solid line of plastic that makes things like this, which it is overall a lot faster and cheaper to do. And I have these little rivets or divots, these little channels here, corrugations, to make it stronger. It's actually stronger, and it doesn't warp while it's printing when I have these. That solved a different issue I had. You saw a $1,400 printer using chocolate printer. Yeah. That's becoming more of a thing. Food printing. And I can actually see why chocolate would be among the first things to 3D print, because, you know, chocolate's behavior is actually very similar to, you know, the fluid dynamics of the plastics. Just, it melts at a lower temperature. Though it's probably quite abrasive in the long term, I would think. Anyway, so that's my spiel about 3D printing stuff at the beginning of the stream, as we usually start with. Let's go here. So, I don't have the game running yet. Loading. There's the music. It's loading. Loading mods. Building prototypes. The OBS hasn't even like kicked in yet for Factorio. OBS, could you kick in yet? Are you going to show the game? OBS? No, it's not. The game is loaded. Why are you not showing the game? There you are. Why did I have to like turn it off and on again? So the game loaded a lot faster than it usually does. Because of what was the thingy? Control Alt click on. I didn't know this. If you hold Control and if you hold Alt and you click on the settings key, you get this entry at the bottom called the rest. And you can do a search for cache. If you enable this, and you have it 1 and check mark here and just that setting set up, the game will load significantly faster. After an initial load, you save this, you exit, you load, it'll load at the normal time frame, and then after you exit, every time you load from then on, it will load significantly faster. Until you run an update of any mod whatsoever, and then it'll redo everything. Again, it will take a long time, and then every other load, as long as nothing has changed, will be significantly faster. What the hell did Pi do this time? Did the team of Pi mods do this time around? 1.8 update. Okay, codex recipes no longer allow productivity effects. Cool. Fix Zongor and Numels not being disabled. Fixed Falgi Mark IV, Mark V were unlocked at the same tier. 4, 5, huh? Buffed Falgi to coal recipe by requiring 2 inputs instead of 10. Good. Added new recipe for cumene, nickel arthropod blood into organic solvent. So another organic solvent recipe that uses arthropod blood. We did not need that. Buffed bioprinting by removing primers from pluripotent stem cell recipes. Cool. That's a good change. Bioprinting stage 2 fix Mark 2 and 1 of brain printing. Mark 1 moved to bioprinting stage 1. Alright, move native flora, smart farming to chemical science. Okay. Standardizing speed bonuses. Buffed caravan and aerial caravan speed. Non-blocking mode to caravans. Fixed crash. Chitin to geothermal. Oh boy. Interesting. Fixed issues, increase blood usage in blood meal recipe while reducing fiberboard. There's nothing there that's breaking quite yet. I know we can't really see that. I will have to I'll have to go. Where are you? Hello? Group. Yes, it's group. Yeah, there's the changes up at the top there. Added unselect infinite tech to allow you to revert to a what? To revert a single selection. Okay. Added option to unselect for free once in the next 10 hours after an update. Interesting. Added an upgrade for composting. Alright, buffed all 3 paths of bioprinter. Buffed all 3 paths of Renea. Buffed all 3 paths of Arthurians. Buffed sap to give resveratrol. Buffed atomizer osteochain requirement from 5 to 2. Buffed moondrop 1 and 2. Buffed all 3 of moss. Refined syngas recipe is now usable. Great. Path 2 gives 10% stone back as gravel. I would definitely not call that a buff. That is that would be what's known as a trap. That's not a buff at all. That's not a buff at all. So Moss Path 2 removes the sludge requirement for moss recipes. Now, it looks like, based off of this, now you remove your sludge, but also you're going to get a gravel byproduct produced through your moss recipes that you have to filter out. Yeah, that's not a buff. That would definitely not be a buff. Added creature chamber turd recipes. All right, reworked Scrondrix 1 and 2. I don't think there's a gravel to stone. There's stone to gravel. I'm pretty sure that there's not a gravel to stone directly. Unless it's like a byproduct of some other sorting of gravel, in which case then you end up with other byproducts. Reworked path 1 of Kickoff, fixed 2 for path 2 would soft lock you. Great. Fantastic. So that's Alien Life. With some graphics updates. We're not going to look at the graphics updates. Alternative energy. Fixed errors with aerial traffic flow %. Added error message in chat if an aerial turbine becomes invalid for whatever reason. Fixed issue with aerial bases. Changed steel furnace energy source to fluid fuel. Renamed to gas furnace. Okay. Reduced tritium and deuterium requirements for crafting personal fusion reactors. That is a buff. Added fish Mark III to fish turbine Mark III recipe. Guess I'll never use fish turbine Mark IIIs ever again. If ever. Not like I ever did anyway. Fixed neutron absorption unlocked at nuclear Mark III, moved down to nuclear Mark I. Oh yeah, that would be a bit of a problem when the previous patches like made it so that you had to use these things at Mark I. So that fixes something that's probably broken with nuclear power generation. Added new signal outputs to aerial turbine, etc. Purex. Was extremely expensive, yes. Reduced ammonia mix requirements in that recipe. Now recover 50% of your tributyl phosphate. Reduce oxalic acid requirements from 20 to 8. Yeah, so one of the biggest issues with a lot of the more advanced refining for nuclear isotopes happened to be that this was extremely expensive. Is that it was way too expensive for the amount of output that you would get of your various nuclear isotope stuff. Of which Purex is part of like recycling process as well. So yeah, things got a little bit cheaper there. I've seen one breaking thing thus far, in the form of that Moss change, that turd upgrade for Moss change. Fix a crash when configuring MFM beacons. Remove burner assembling machine wiki page. If it was outdated, fix a crash. Made the codex look better. Fix that bitumen seeps had outdated info. Optimize mod startup time by caching some Carmen features in libraries. Okay. Fusion. What changed in Fusion? Added show details in recipe tooltip to recipes with many fluid outputs, etc. High tech. Circuit connectivity to phosphate mine. Industry. Adjusted stack size of bricks, concretes, hazard crate, refined crate, and hazard crate from 100 to 1000. Fantastic. Improved circuit connector placement for the 30KL tank. Added asphalt and cool tiles. Replacing dark vanilla lab tiles. Okay, added decentralized cache file. Changed limestone tile map color. Added non-rotatable to symmetric fluid tanks. Increased creosote amount in limestone tile recipe. So made it more expensive. Updated graphics. Updated walking tile sound effects. Alright, nothing big there. Added circuit connectivity and non-rotatable plasma storage tanks. Alright, fine. Post-processing, what has changed with you? Crash fixes. Added affected by productivity to relevant recipe descriptions. Okay. That is good, so that you know exactly which recipes are affected by productivity and what are not. Added recipe subgroups for niobium and rare earth. Okay. There was only one breaking thing there that I spotted, and that was here for moss. They say that the chlorinated water itself will be affected by productivity. This nerfs path 2 by adding an extra output, and then refined syngas being usable. Yeah, great, sure, fantastic. Yeah, this is the only thing I think that's broken, or that breaks existing factories. After looking at everything in here, changes to productivity availability are completely irrelevant for this particular playthrough. Oh, I'm not going to change the path that I took. Oh, hell no. I'm gonna fix the factory so that it works. I have one moss factory. I'm gonna fix it so that it works. Oh, wait, no, I can't do that. I can't do that at all because I have multiple locations with moss factories making and using wood-based stuff. I will do this between streams if I have time. I'm not gonna do it. Nope, not happening. It'll break all moss, not just by one moss factory. Yeah, so nope, not happening. And they've all been updated at this point to make use of the turd upgrade. So nope, not happening. Not happening. Not at all. I will not be doing that. I'll not be doing that update anytime soon. So, last time we met, half hour into the stream today already. Now we begin. Last time we met, I managed to get closer to quantum batteries by setting up what exactly? Nanomesh and thorium oxide. And to that end, setting up ammonium mixture, sodium aluminate, starch, alamac. Well, we had the alamac already. Setting up Relesia in a dedicated Relesia factory. And, you know, we got keratin as well. And we got biobatteries, which was a little sidetrack, but we did set up biobatteries. And infinite acid gas. And tin chromium alloy. I was about to build the quantum batteries for the exception that as I add that back in, there's the printer printing, for the exception that I sort of didn't notice that we still needed another ingredient in the form of the distributed Bragg reflectors, which themselves need a couple of things that we don't already have, aka nanocrystalline cores, as well as 1D photonic crystals. And for those, the YAG laser modules, and for those, erbium and cobalt fluoride. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 factories to build, and then we can build the quantum batteries. What we ended off last time with was looking at upgrading our robots to Mark III robots. And I had seen, oh hey, I need bio oil for this. Like, oh hey, we need bio oil for this. Well, as it turns out, I have bio oil in the base already, and I had made it to make bio ore a long time ago. So, because I already had it, I went over to that location, upgraded its output, and put it onto the train network, brought it to the mall, and now my entire base is running on Mark III robots. At least the entire mall area is running on Mark III robots. And no, I will not call it the hub. Ever. And if you insist on calling it the hub, you're banned. Anyway. Stuff. Things. It is the mall, and it shall be the mall forever. And ever and ever and ever. So, Mark III stuff. There's still Mark II robots flying around the place in other factories on the train network. They're just going to exist for here on out. I did not mean to middle click you. I wanted to middle click the one right below you. That one. Yes, you. Glorious, beautiful stuffs. Yeah, so we have 1,054 of the Logibots in the network right now, as well as 250 of the Constructo bots. I do have Constructo bots Mark III available in my inventory. I have 100 of them requested, so there we go. Mark III bots. Woohoo. Yippee. Let's do the cobalt fluoride, which might be made somewhere else already, but I need a dedicated location for it. This looks like a decent enough spot to build some factories. Head on down. There was a question about IR, Industrial Revolution. I will answer that question now. Have I ever played Industrial Revolution, and what are my thoughts on it? I have discussed this in the past a few times. We will discuss it again. I played Industrial Revolution briefly when it first released. I found it to be boring, and I stopped playing it without progressing too particularly far. I found it to be tedious and boring, so I don't plan on playing it ever, regardless of how many updates it has. That is the short answer to that question. Two items here. The longer answer is that the early game has way too many intermediate items to deal with belt mechanics. It just becomes very, very tedious. Pyaliens is not anytime soon. If ever, actually. It might be something that is, longer term. Oxide is what I need here. It may be something longer term planned, but let's just say that while it was supposed to be in the works, that was until like they saw the work that needed to actually get done to make that happen, and that it just was like, nope, They noped on out of that one pretty quick. Pretty quick once they realized what the actual work for that would have been. It's a lot of art that needs to be made to actually implement what are effectively biter replacements on the map. And then we're talking about every single alien life creature having that same amount of work done on top of any other mechanics that they may want for individual creatures. That it's just not going to happen anytime soon, if ever. Now, what is being worked on that will be next is actually a Pi version of Factorio's expansion. Pi is going to space as its next installment. What did Pi name the next thing? What is it? It is what? Where are we? Where are we? Where is it? Stellar Expedition. It's Pi SE. Stellar Expedition. That is next. Hey, we got cobalt fluoride. I need to put down my bacon. Need the bacon. So yeah, that oh yeah, I didn't even mention. Oh hey, the whole thing about that settings update to make the game actually use cache for the sprite atlas stuff. That was stated in a new Pi optimization guide that is available through Pi's Discord at the moment. Probably linked on the forum as well, ideally. That was produced, at least shared, by Not Melon on Pi Discord in the announcements. Introduced the installation and optimization guide, of which the only thing that I took out of it was that change to make the game load faster. That was it. Nothing else is relevant to me in the existing save. Not that button, clearly. What? Wait, why is it showing absolutely everything like that? I did not select all of this stuff to be on the F5 menu. Huh. When did that reset on me? Really? Slow found path penalty after steps from train to stop. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Huh. Time usage. So there was something that was in there that would help me to look at like how much delay there is because of the graphics. So let me go back to that optimization guide real quick because I wanted to actually see while I'm streaming. Oh yeah, apparently there's a Pyandon recommended map generation now, which is a thing. Let's see, where are you? Oh yeah, they gave you a command to delete all of your radars from the entire map. That's a thing, too. That would help. I do have to laugh about the bat brain thing being stated as a way of reducing your, of improving your performance. I would say, nah, that's extremely low impact. That's extremely low impact of a difference. All right, so showtime usage enabled. We're looking for. Yeah. What are we looking specifically for? Average min and max of the last 100 ticks. Lower is better. Yes. What do they even mean? So, there's a chapter 5 after a chapter 4 saying FPS improvements. Depending on your hardware, Pi is optimized for a sprite texture atlas of 2048. If you are seeing high values in F4 for flip on. What in the fuck is flip on? From F4. Well, F4 is, you know, this list. The fuck is flip on? You know? I don't know. I don't know what exactly they're referring to. There. Right there. There it is. Hello. There. It's up in this. It is here. It's behind this. There it is. There it is. You know what would be great on your optimization guide? A fucking picture pointing to flip on in this list. That would be great. Right over here on the left. On the left, here. Flip on. So, and then also, what would help? What constitutes a high value for flip on versus a low value for flip on? Please define what makes this value high or low. Is this high? Is this high or is this low? How do I know? Is that flip on high or low? I don't know. It doesn't tell me anywhere in your guide about values of flip on. Like, what is a high value for flip on? You tell me what a high value is for the script stuff. Is it the same? Like, what defines high versus low on that? Now, max here is 0.88, so it's... I'm going to say that this is negligible. I'm going to say that this is negligible, and we're going to not hit that button. We're going to move on. And we're gonna move on with our lives here. Alright, so that's that. Love how YouTube always sends me an email saying, hey, did you know that you're live? Did you know that your own stream is live right now? Because YouTube sends me an email every single time saying, yo, you're live. Did you know? Did you know that you are live? No, get back here. Stop. Cease. I'm not done with you yet. I'm not done with you yet. I need to get both of your wagons holding infinity stuffs. Actually, I need to replace you with high tech. Thou shalt be high technology. Go. Be free. Do things. Also, looked like I didn't even finish placing these things. Oh boy. Alright. Let us continue. Next up is erbium. Erbium. We're going to need to import rare earth pulp 3 as well as organic solvent. And the ammonium oxalate, cyanoacetate, and lime and helium. Here's the helium. Organic solvent. Pulp 3. Then lime, cyanoacetate, ammonium oxalate, copper. Copper, lime, ammonium oxalate. Sorry, oxalate. And cyanoacetate. Helium. Organic solvent. And rare earth pulp. 3. Well, cool. Helium. using our helium. Alright. Get that down. Get power. Productivity. Bots. I probably just can live with 100, I think. There be the erbium. Go gadget erbium. Alright, looks like I may want a few more bots working here. Glorious. Beautiful erbium. Next, YAG laser modules. Using our erbium. Head on down. Let's keep growing within these two squares. Glorious. How long do I estimate it'll take to get to the end of Pi at this pace? 2 months? Maybe. It depends how many factories I get done in a single day. We've got a lot of factories left. We are near the end. Maybe not 2 months, maybe 1 month. Maybe by the end of February, but don't hold me to that. As I've said, it really does depend, because while this is a big part of intelligent units, this particular tech level has a few rather annoying things, like perfect samples that may take more time. it will take longer to continue building the way that I have been building by putting additional factories on the train network than in the past where I have thrown everything into my bot base. Because if I was up here and I was building this up here, I could do this so much faster. Because I wouldn't have to worry. I could just plop things randomly, willy-nilly, without having to think about anything. And it would, you know, it would not look great, but it would be functional. And just have the bots do all the work. Just bring everything to the bot base. That would be something that I would be more inclined to call a hub, where you're building everything here. But as it exists, we don't have a hub. We have a mall. We're not storing our goods in that location to be distributed to other locations. That is a hub. What we have is not a hub. To be very clear. A hub is a centralized location of input and output. Our mall does not output. It is simply there for storage. And if we need to pull something from storage, that's manual intervention of things that we are pulling out from storage. Not something that's like an automated redistribution to other areas around the base. No. Now in other saves, I have done things like that, and it's only at that point where we can like sort of have that conversation called a hub of some description, but as it stands, no. Not a hub. Not a hub. I will stand by that until the end of time. Now, of course, I was joking about banning for calling it a hub, but what I will ban for is saying that, you know, trying to make an argument about it. Trying to, like, tell me I'm straight up wrong for how I call things. Just being a jerk about it, you know, type of deal. Like, you know what I mean when I say mall. Like, you know the place that I'm talking about. And that's all that matters. Fundamentally, that's what matters. It is a location of the base. And as long as you know the location of the base that I'm talking about and its function, it doesn't really matter what we call it in the end. Guess I may need more of those. Rare earth oxides. Nanofibrils. Great. More of these being used. Great. More of these being used. Cobalt fluoride. Now, there was a recipe that I believe had these as a byproduct. Am I mistaken? Ah, there you are. Mwahaha. Mwahaha, there are two. There are three. Oh. Oh, they all return the YAG laser modules. Okay. Nice. This is wonderful. You don't actually need that many. Grand scheme of things, you do not need that many. Ta-da! So, yeah, productivity will affect this. More likely than not. Even if it's not supposed to. Just as we're aware of this. YAG! All caps. We must YAG! Also, I have the thing off. So we sort of missed the end of the print there, but it's done. It's done anyway. Also do that. Get everything back the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, that looks nice. I'm just looking at the bigger video feed of the printer right now. It looks like it came out pretty good. There's still some ringing effects that just from the movement of the machine on the print that it's supposed to compensate for, but it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough to fully compensate for the mechanical motions that are happening while it's printing. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to maybe I've been considering the possibility of maybe trying to weigh down the sides of it. So the 3D printer is in a big built-in frame enclosure with walls and such. Because it's enclosed, having that glass that adds reverberations, but that's not the source, I think, of that ringing I'm seeing on base mode prints. That's still coming through despite running the input shaper to try to fix it. It's the entire frame moving that I think is part of it, and I think that I can reduce the actual jolting of the frame itself by putting the lid on. It has a lid, but I have it off right now because it says you don't need to have it when printing with this filament type that I use. Put the lid on, do the input shipper again with the lid on, but also get heavy weights to go on the top of it to try to dampen the motion that does occur. Just, give a better, give less to compensate for to the input shaper, because I think what's happening is that there's too much for the input shaper to compensate for, that it can't compensate for all of it because it's too big. Way too big. Anyway. Things. I forgot to do the thing, didn't I? Yes, I did. Great. I've remembered. I'm not done yet. Over here. I remember yeah, modules. Bacon. We need bacon. And we need the bacon here, too. We need the bacon. All the bacon. All the bacon. All of it. Glorious bacon. I've also made some other minor settings adjustments to my vase mode prints specifically, but it would apply, I think, to everything at the moment. Might overwrite it for standard prints, though. I've set it so that the bed is not heated as much, and is only heated for the first initial layer, and then it turns off and it slowly cools to ambient. This is because I don't need to have it on, when printing with PLA, just in general, though it can help in standard prints, but with vase mode in particular, I've noticed that because I have a brim on it already, it doesn't need the heat on, and that saves quite a bit of power. That saves quite a bit on electricity. So yeah, it would be nice not having to worry about as much electricity expense on those prints. That's a thing too to consider. Not like huge dollar value over the course of a year, but still, it's a difference. It's a difference. I do not need this. Need 4. At least to start, I need 4. I need 5. I need 5. Not 4. We need solid fuel. We need solid fuel. Yag. It's temporary. Silver. Plates. Graphene. Rolls. And photo tours. Do I enjoy biters? Not in the slightest. I despise biters. I despise mechanics that put me on an arbitrary timer. I'm not playing to be frustrated by time limits. I'm not playing to be frustrated, period. I'm playing to relax, not increase my heart rate. I'm playing to decrease my heart rate, not increase it. There's no chance I will play with biters. Ever. Under any circumstances. Not happening. Nor will I play mods that require them. Nor will I play mods that, destroy my shit without being able to disable it in its entirety. Cough cough, space exploration. It's not happening. Really, no graphene yet? Still on its way. Yeah, it hasn't even started because of the lack of... Wait, what? Huh? Hold, please. Oh. Yeah, that would help. Those are not those things. Right. Those are those things. Really. Well, another factory. There's our next factory. Right there. Mm-hmm. That's the next one. Needs 4 inputs. Time to take a walk. Yeah, so it's going to be needed at the actual battery build. Or maybe not. Fiber brag. Fiber brags are in photonic chips, which I have the plan for the photonic chips and I haven't made them yet. We started planning those. We haven't built them. Started planning them here. I'm going to shift left click those things. I think I've done the silver foam. I haven't done this, and I haven't done this. I have not done this. Not done this or this. I put the yeah. So that was all working on the stuff down below. Fiber brags only used for photonics, and the finite difference time domain photonic structures are also only used for the photonic chips. And yes, that is absolutely a name. Finite difference time domain photonic structures. That is a word set of stuff there. That's words. That's words. Multiple of them, even. Okay, back here. You. Those. That. Those. That. Whoops. No, not that. Stuff 2, 3, 4. Complex circuits, aka circuit 2s, aka red circuits. Plastic. Optical grating, optical sets. And then battery. Standard old batteries. All the stuff is on its way. This might take a second. Define laser modules. The lasers. The laser modules. Good. Cool. Where's my locomotive? Here. Please come over here and pick me up. Just add batteries. Batteries. They're here. They're here. The laser modules are moving. Beautiful. Back down here. For the photonic crystals. Gotta finish up the 1Ds. The one unidimensional photonic crystals. Alright. YAG laser modules. I'm gonna need to get a delivery of first. from over here. You are limited by these batteries. I'm just going to tell you to move so I can get a delivery done to Yag and get more Yag. Did I put the... Yes, good. Good old Yag will go. And then we just need a delivery here. Go, go, gadget. Wonderful robots. That's more like it. Glorious. Beautiful stuff. The Yag is moving. The Yag! So, what are we gonna do after we beat Pi, huh? Things. We shall do things. There they go. There that stops. And that is a pretty definitive answer. To the question. So, the answer is they do not get affected by productivity on this specific recipe. That is the answer. This specific recipe does not get affected by productivity, so I did not need this. One D. Supply the 1D depot for 1D. I am pretty sure that there is a recipe, or at least there was a recipe, where the YAG laser modules were being affected by productivity. But we'll find out as we go along. We need to make all of the things that use them, so that's fine. Okay. We have done that thing. Next, after 1D, is nanocrystalline cores. These are far more trivial. I'm going to go and I'm going to restock. Restock from my warehouse. Alright, robots. Are you able to do your thing? Come on down, do the wonderful thing. Bring me stuffs, all the stuffs. Beautiful stuffs. Beauty. Full things. My things. It's all mine. There's Rail. Lagging the game. Greater than 1 on the max. Oh, it went down. Yeah, so if I were to update, these would break immediately. Sucks. It sucks. Let's go. Let's get going. Oh, Pyanda. Or it's actually almost time to take our break, too. Yeah, see, I thought I was misaligned. Well, I think in this save, I have already run commands, definitely to make the speed go faster, so how about we try out the thing. I wanna save and I wanna see what effect, if any, telling the game to destroy all the radars does. What effect that has. Because I've got a few radars in this base. I want to be clear. I've got how many? Over 1,300 radars. I have over 1,300 radars. So, let us save. And let's see what impact that has while I'm streaming on the frame rate for the game. So right now it is actually sitting at about, just under 60. About let's say average 60, 61 here, right at this moment where I'm looking, about in the 60s. Up to 63. Let's run that command. That is not the same. I'm sorry. That is the previous thing that I ran. Let's do this command. I'm sorry, let's reload before I take my break. I don't want to do that, like, redoing of all the radar stuff. That was part of delete empty chunks thing. Load. Please. Map. Load. Run this. So that should have deleted every radar in the entire base. All 1,300 radars are now gone from the base. And what effect did that have on performance? A whole, like, 3 frames. 3 or 4 frames. Basically 0 impact. All right, cool. Load game. Load the game. It had like 0 effect, thanks. Practically 0 for all intents and purposes, 0 effect. So, time, once I load the game, to take a brief break. A few minutes. When I return, I'm gonna get the thing from the thing. I'm gonna get the print from the printer, and then I'll have to figure out what, if anything, I'm gonna print afterwards in the second half. Maybe nothing. Maybe, actually, probably nothing. Anyway, I'll be back in just a few minutes. Well, I have the thing, and I'm just looking at it, at the quality of this print that came out, and it's not that great, to be completely honest with you. This particular print, hello Ollie cat, yes, there's Mr. Ollie. He's here. He's here. So I want you to look at the back. I want you to see that. That should not look quite like that. That shouldn't look quite like that. That shouldn't look quite like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's not supposed to look like that. There was also a I see a line there that's a layer shift. So something went off kilter during this print. Little odd, not used to seeing that exactly. Maybe I just tried to print this one a little bit too fast. I'll have to slow it down. I'll have to slow it down and we shall see what ends up happening there. Yeah. Yeah. This could also potentially be over extrusion. This might be over extrusion. I might have to dial my settings in a little bit more. Anyway. That's that. Hello, cat. Hello, kitty. Oh, he's a big boy. He's a big baby. Oh, big baby. Hi. Hello. Hello, big boy. Yes, hello. That's my baby. Come on. Get over there. Ah, boogers. Boogers. It's boogers. I dislike when things don't come out perfectly the first time. Especially when I accidentally used a color that I didn't want to use initially. Great. Well, I know what my rest of my day is going to be trying to figure out. Yeah, that should not have happened. Weird. Superdy duperdy weirdy. Weirdamus. Weirdamus. Into the garbage you go. Oh well. Oh well. Resume. More stops and more things are required on this day. Speaking of more things, I need to make sure that I have my camera, the camera for the cat around. All right. Plonk that down. Grab that. Plonk that. Or everything. Get everything on my other screen sorted. All right. 6 items being brought in. Oh, that was Ollie Cat. Ollie Cat likes to be hanging out around me all the time. He wants attention at all times. But he is not a talker. Not particularly. He's not so much the talker. He'll chirp on occasion. I'll hear him sometimes talking. Yeah, I gotta get the felt strings. Gotta get those felt strings. Silicon. Gold. Copper. Oh, look, and then iron. The iron. Stacks of iron. De-stack the iron. That is not the thing that I just clicked. I... God damn, it's that stupid behavior again. On click versus on release events. Apparently, shift right click on a building only fires on the release of the button and not on the pushing of the button. So if you happen to somehow move your cursor off of the building before the release of the button registers by the game, it will not do the copy of the recipe. It will not do the function because you are no longer on the building when you release the click. It is supremely frustrating lately. I've very much been noticing this, I believe it's input delay, input lag, and it's really effing me over. I'm extremely frustrated by it. Anyway, there's the nanocrystalline cores. A few of them. Where I know that I've released the button before I move off of the building, but it doesn't trigger, it doesn't register that I've released the button until after I've moved off of the building. There's a time delay there between when I physically release the button, which I physically release it while still hovering over the entity, but move the moment that I release it, and I move faster than the game takes to register that I've released the button. And when it registers, I'm no longer over the entity anymore, the building or the button that I'm trying to push, and it just doesn't register that I've pushed the button. Bang. As I hit the mic arm over and over and over again. As I said, it's frustrating. Next factory. Distributed Bragg reflectors. Cool. We're almost at quantum batteries. Woo. Who? The next two factories. The last two for the quantum batteries. That'll be definitely hallelujah moment right there once we finally get the quantum batteries online. Too bad I don't have that sound file anymore. I don't have my file. I can't just push a button and have Hallelujah chorus play. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3 items. We can count. Niobium complex. Most complex of the ammonia of the niobium. Excuse me. 1Ds. 1D. Photonic crystals. Silica powder. And the crystals. Nanocrystalline cores. Ba-bum. 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 Power. Fluid. No, path. Huh? Um. What? Looks like there's a path to me. Aha! Aha! Eh? No? Aha! Okay. Found it. All trees must die. All trees must die. That's better. Chirp? Yeah? Ollie chirp? Chirping at me? Still no complex? What? I'm sorry. I could have sworn I was bringing that in and importing it. Right there. Huh. All that needs to be fixed. Let's go. Let's fix the thing. Yeah, I thought I was like importing the stuff that I needed here, but apparently not. I'll just import the HCL then. We did this last time, I think, and I didn't realize, oh hey, I'm making the HCL here local and it needs the saline. Oh hey, a tech happened. That's about dang time. It was an upgrade tech for Novins. No wonder. Those take a while. They use a lot of science packs. Going up. There we go. That should immediately fix the issues here. Just the moment. The moment I get this delivery arriving, which should be shortly, I think. Oh, not you. You, hello. Hello, locomotive. Hello. Driving along, going on over. Heading on it. There you are. There's one right behind it. Once that happens, I should start to see this moving pretty much immediately. Yep, there it goes. 64, 65, 66, 67. It's on its way. This is distributed Bragg reflectors, DBRs. SDBR. SDBR. DDBR. The techs automatically update all bots. Yeah, it's just a bonus as applied in here in these settings. So battery size. It's all automatic. Granted, all that it really does is just make it so that they don't have to recharge as often. But it only matters for trips that are long enough where they would have to recharge. If they don't have a trip that's long enough to recharge, then it doesn't even matter in the first place. Because they just go back into their little hole. Once they're done, they go to their little hole, and then they stop existing, and they don't have any charge that they need to that gets tracked anymore. Well then, shall we quantum battery? I think we shall quantum battery in this location. We need 1 and a 2 and a 3. A 1 and a 2 and a 3. That's a few items I need to import here, but I should at this point have factories for all of them, of which there's only 1 fluid total. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 solid input stations. Sixteen. Yeah, so I also have a mod installed that specifically is there to force bots to go directly back into their box once they have completed their mission, instead of stop to charge before entering the box. This only functions for bots that have above a specific threshold of battery remaining. Otherwise, the game forces a recharge command before sending it back to the box. But as long as they are above that threshold, they just go into the box instead of stopping to charge. Because it exists only as a means of like a gameplay balance thing rather than anything logical. It's just there to waste your time. It is literally there to waste time. That is the only reason that behavior exists in the robots. It is there specifically to waste time and make it so that you need more robots overall. That's the only reason why that is there, and I get rid of it as, like, immediately with the mod. I just mod it out entirely. I don't agree with that behavior existing. They should just enter the box. They should be able to recharge when they're in their roboport. They should just go into the roboport. Just charge in the roboport. Charge in the roboport. The reality is, the moment they enter the roboport, they stop existing, and they don't have charge. And when they leave the roboport, they are charged completely. They start with a full charge the moment they leave the roboport again. So what they are trying to avoid is situations where the robots enter the roboport and then immediately get a new command and leave the roboport and have their full battery without spending any time charging. But that's fine, to be honest. I don't care about, like, that's fine. That's something that should just be a thing. Just let it be a thing. Don't force bots to stay outside charging before they're going to be put into the box. When you don't even track the charging once they're in the box anyway. Like, it's just there to force them to wait before entering the box, so you can say that they charged before they're in the box. Does the threshold increase with the size of the battery, percentage or specific value of charge? I believe it is a percentage. I believe it's a percentage threshold. If they fall below a specific percentage, I don't know what the exact percentage is. They are going to recharge no matter what. But the mod does get rid of most of the waiting for charging. Deuterium is the fluid I need for this. Goes into this guy. Oh boy. Alright. Requests. We need stuff. We need lots of stuff. Special small parts. Come on down. That is carbon nanotubes. Granted, a lot of the things that we made in this process are used for a lot more than just carbon nanotubes, such as biopolymer. Are used for more than just making these quantum batteries, excuse me, such as quantum nanotubes and such as biopolymer. And then we have Nexant, Nexlet antimony alloy. We have Lumogen, Lumogen F, the F of Lumogen. We have wire, superconducting variety. We have Nenbit, no, that's Nexlet matrix, not Nenbit matrix. We have super alloy, the super alloy, most superest. I'm sorry, what? It's stacked. All right, it's stacked. Okay, and then diamagnetic magnetic material. We have nanowire. We have supercaps. We have cooling systems. We've already done the biopolymers. We have the nano mesh. Or whatever the mesh is, the, yeah, nano dash mesh. We have distributed Bragg reflectors. Oh, I need to define them. We have advanced coating, and we have thorium oxide. Yes, the DBRs. DDBR. 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 It's on its way. Everything. Except super alloy. Weird. Weird. Super alloy. Uh-huh. I probably should have expected as much. There we go. Ta-da! Just all the things. All the time. Go, go, go. Yeah, so it filled up that box, and because that box is attached to the wire system, it, yeah, it stopped bringing stuff over, and everything was in the box, and it wasn't requesting any in this box over here, so it just stopped moving completely. Great, so nothing that needed super alloy was getting any. I will need at least 2 of these dudes. And the funnest of fun parts. All of this needs maximum productivity. So we're gonna plonk that guy down over there. I'm gonna do this, do that, put it here. Grab those 2. Stick them there, grab that guy, stick him there, grab these 2, stick them up there. 1. 1. Stick those guys there, and stick those guys there. 1 on top of a trophy stand. It's a 1 on top of a trophy stand. It's number 1. Number 1. The first. That is correct. That is correct, and that is correct. Okay, we have full productivity on all 3 of these now. They are all correct values. Remember that I have Mark 1 of the molecular assembler and Mark 1 of the particle accelerator currently. I could go and build the Mark 2s, I think, at this point, but, nah. We're fine. We're fine. Have some bots. Let me see how shall. Oh, hey, we got things. Cool. Then you need the thorium oxide. Da-da! Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da! We have quantum batteries. This means absolutely nothing yet. But hey, there they are. That fills up pretty quick when they have stack size 10. Yeah, that filled up fast. I'm pretty sure I can't use that as a fuel in these, yeah. Oh, you take stacks? Interesting. There's no point to that, but it exists. All right. Supply quantum batteries. Depot quantum batteries. I may want more than one locomotive assigned to this task. Oh yeah. Sort of need to assign the schedule first. And that is quantum batteries finally finished. That took a couple streams more than I thought it would. That took a little bit more time than I thought it would take. But we're finally there. We've finally gotten the quantum batteries. What did it require us to build? Quantum batteries, diamagnetic material, pyrolytic carbon nanowires, carbon nanotubes, biopolymer, deuterium, limogen F with bakelite C300, dichloromethane, a dedicated cumene factory, a dedicated titanium tetrachloride factory, a dedicated chlorine factory, a sporopollenin factory, which required waiting around for a tech upgrade to happen, Canolgus bacteria factory, a special bone meal factory, a special oleochems factory, a special ground samples factory, silver foam factory, a special urea factory, a nanomesh factory, ammonia mixture factory, thorium oxide factory, sodium aluminate factory, starch factory, alamac factory, relesia factory, lime factory, keratin factory, acid gas factory, just required for the quantum batteries. In the process, we also set up a biobattery factory, a tin chromium alloy factory, a distributed Bragg reflector factory, a nanocrystalline core factory, a 1D photonic crystal factory, a YAG laser module factory, an erbium factory, a cobalt fluoride factory. I didn't do a bio-oil factory separate, but I scaled it up and put it on the train network. And that's what I needed just to do the quantum batteries. It's a few things, huh? There's a few factories. It's a few factories I built there for just for the quantum batteries. All of that minus biobatteries for quantum batteries. Fortunately, we are in a better position now to build all of the rest of the stuff because there's quite a bit of overlap in ingredients for the rest of the things, such as for photonic chips. Photonic chips are going to require a few things as well, but we've built a number of these things. Oh yeah, and we built a laser module factory in here that's not listed in here, but I did build a separate laser module factory too. joy, bliss, more is on the agenda. I was at one point in the actual middle of breaking down the factories that I need for photonic chips. There are a few of them. Oh, it's SMOO. We'll need SMOO as a thing. Superconducting magnetic units. SMUs or SMOO. SMOO. We need the SMOO. The SMOO. And that needs mechanical part 3s on the train network. It's a good thing I've done that already. Let us take a look at that HTS coil and see, is it required for anything other than SMOO? Yes, it is. What the fricking hell is a Chorcock? Why does it have a codex? For the bat DNA, for the... Oh, this is part of the biofluid stuffs. Yeah, this is biofluid. The last, I think, tier of the biofluid creatures. You must always do this recipe for each and every single one that you want. Yes, that says perfect samples. They're also huge. They're great big bats. They're gigantic bats. Anyway, I wish I could have both of these windows open at the same time. HTS coil. Needs those. That's simple enough. All right, Shmoo. Deposited vanadium. All right, so deposited vanadium cores, I believe, are only actually used in these. Yeah, only actually used in these. We have magnetic cores provided on the train network, I think. I was pretty sure. So that is the Shmoos, and this is HTS. Next item here, dielectric mirror. Dielectric mirror used also in anemometer Mark IV, which is only used for those things, and I don't need those things. I don't plan on building those things ever. So those are going to be built local. Okay, well, what do those need, and what do I not have of those things? Oh boy, there's those photonic crystals. From here, that next item. This is also used in two very important items for science later. Varphy-Josephson junctions and multi-quantum dot cells. Yeah, that's a space science item. I believe this one is also an ingredient in space science items. So, yeah, I'm gonna need this. Oh, inverse opals. Oh. So, you saw how long it took to get into the quantum batteries just now, right? How that it was 3 streams to get just the quantum batteries. It will take at least three streams to do these photonic chips. I just want to be clear. This is going to take a while. Yeah. Photonic crystals. We haven't even gotten to the freaking perfect samples yet. yeah, about that. So inverse opal. And we need to go through this process as well. That's the other thing, is that this is going to take time. Is only used for photonic crystals. Okay, thank God. That needs colloidal silica. I already have a plan for that, and it needs hardener. Hardener is only used for the inverse opals, and that's something. Glycetylamine. Yes, glycetylamine. Why, hello. I have been joined by Cat. Ollie has arrived. He is here. He is next to me. Hello, my boy. Hello, Ollie Cat. Hello, big boy. Coming to join me, saying hello. Yes, coming to say hello to me. Big boy. Big Ollie Cat. Yes, he likes his pets. He likes his pets. Okay. Animal reflector. Used in mirror Mark IVs, which are only needed for heliostats, which are apparently, according to Not Melon. Yes, he's trying to get onto my lap. He's trying to get his way onto my lap. He's looking. He's looking. He's trying to see. Hey, he's trying to sneak. He's trying to sneak. He's trying to be a little sneak to get onto my lap. Yes, big boy. What are you doing? What are you doing, Mr. Sneaky? Yeah. Yeah, putting your arm on my arm. Hey. Your arm on my arm. Apparently this is the best performant source of power in the game, but I'm unsure if that is actually true. That is, at least, I believe it was this one. I believe it was heliostat, or was it the other thing? Updraft tower. I forget. There's a specific solar type that claims to be performant and is late game, but, you know, the problem is that it's late game. The problem is that it's late game. Yeah, there isn't much of an issue with game performance. At the end of the game, when you finally get stuff to reduce the entity counts around your base, the issue is you have to get there first. All right, so this is gonna be a problem. Yeah, so sorted animal eyes are a thing. You can get them for free, infinitely, through various options. So that's fine. They are also only used for these. So I'm gonna leave this like floating here with like, I don't know, Augs. It doesn't actually matter which creature we use for this. Because, you know, productivity will mean infinite of everything. Yeah, it will mean infinitude of all of the things. By caging and uncaging infinitely. Arcod propolis, yeah, and then purine analogs and Arcod jelly. Okay. How many other things use Arcod jelly? Immunosuppressants use the jelly as the jelly. Great. And I will need those. And then as the barrels, we have some Arcod recipes, but just otherwise the animal reflectors. So the Arcod jelly. Oh, is a product of barrel. That you only get it as barreled Arcod jelly, and it's done in Arcod factories. You need carbon black, Renea, and BTX, which I can get infinitely. So that is Fine. That is fine. That's my baby. Yes, that's my pretty boy. He's comfy now. So... we're gonna have a separate arcod jelly. Jelly! Time for jelly! It uses regular barrels of stuff. Just to be clear, this uses regular barrels. Here's the thing, though. That exists. That exists from not barrels, but gas canisters. So, yeah. Also, probably I'm just gonna do like 5 of those. So we do not get the shenanigans off of regular barreling, but we do get the shenanigans off of canister barreling. So that is that solution. I only really... I don't need all that much arcod jelly, and this would be definitely an item to keep as infinitely productive. So then there are the purine analogs. Which I don't think I've made yet. Or have I? Have I? No. No, I have not. So this needs serine, which I do have. I don't. What? I did tendon, yeah? Whoops. I do serine. I just need to do serine on network. Because, yeah, I was pretty sure alien bacteria eats serine. So I should have that. Yes, yes. So I'm not going to worry about that. I do have formamide, I think. No! God, okay. Formamide. Fine. Be that way. It needs to loop methanol. The methanol does not get affected by productivity. I believe I have checked that in the past, but it does need an existent amount to get it moving to begin with. I've got both of these provided on the train network at this point, actually. So that is fine. And that, I think, covers it. Did I determine that hardener is only used for this? Yes. Hardener is only used for this. So what about that glycetylamine? Only used for hardeners. Cool. I should have aniline on the train network by now. Anal. I should have anal. Sorry, aniline. Aniline, yes, there it is. I should have the ability to make fatty acids local out of oleochems, and I should have oleochems on the train network. Yeah. I don't necessarily see a reason to fatty acid on the train network when it's this 1-to-1 conversion of fluid to fluid. in this instance. What else? Is there anything that I don't have available on the train network now that hasn't been broken down as a factory? I think that's it. I think we're good. We good now. I'm gonna have to move colloidal silica to the bottom because of that. So that's photonic crystals broken down from photonic chips. We still need titanium nitride and mirror Mark II broken down, and whatever else I need for other things in here. Like, what else is there on here that I need? I need the titanium dioxide. Great. Dioxide. That is at acetaldehyde. I have made that before. So that's just a matter of putting it onto the train network. I'm not going to worry about it then. The titanium nitride is used for a few things. Therefore, that will be on its own as a factory. That's the one. Just need a few of it. Maybe not that much of it, but, you know, existent amounts. Okay, are we almost done with this planning of everything? Anti-reflective glass I have on the train network already. We need these conductive sheets. Conductive sheet. Yep, that's its own factory. Another silver sink. Great. More silver use. Fantastic. So that covers that. How about transparent anode? I have the plan for that. I have the Milfy. Got that. Got the plan for that. Got that. Got that. Got that. Gallium arsenide. Used in multiple things. This sounds especially toxic. Yep, it's going to need arsenic. Which, yeah, used in... Yep, gas. It's gassy. It's gassy. Yeah. I'm just going to make it at the gallium arsenide. I'm not going to do this light end recipe. Sure, that's a recipe. That's a recipe right there. That exists. That exists. Cool. We'll do that later. We'll think about that one at some other point, maybe. Because that's going to need a few things, I think. Oh, God. Ebop, orc, yes, that things. That actually, most likely, more likely than not. Oh, you really? Yeah, I'm gonna need to do the thing then. I'm gonna need to enable productivity on ground borers, it seems. That I don't like buildings that don't take productivity for whatever reason. Lead is... boogers. Lead is soot. Oh, wait, aren't most things soot? I could just soot. I could just soot. Soot sort. I think we shall soot sort for, like, this stuff and the iron. Yes, soot sort for the stuff. I have infinity soot out of infinity ash. The ash is infinite. The ash is gloriously infinite. Even among itself. Even among itself, the ash is gloriously infinite. I don't even need to infinite ash from the flue gas. I can just get enough out from what I put in. The processing of the soot makes more ash than I need to get more soot than what I need. Okay, it overproduces ash. Wonderful. Wonderful. Did I witch clay on the train network? I doubt it. But hey, ash again. More ash. I guess I will ash cycle here. That will be a thing. Do I even drill head anywhere? Yo, do you even drill? I should be drill heading, you know, because I antimony mine. So there are no, I don't. The antimony mines don't need that. They just need a fluid fuel. I forgot. Drill heads. Drill. We gotta drill for the first time in our lives. We gotta drill. Everything is super duper utterly productive, so it really doesn't matter what I do here. Probably just the one that does 10 and have it be utterly infinitely productive and making 270. That sounds fine to me. Okay, then, are we done for photonic chips? Is that everything broken down? I need this answer before I continue. Prepared glass. I need it separately. How about that clean glass sheet? Oh, that too needs to be separate. How about polished glass surface? Okay, there's at least that. The compound, oh god, and the polishing wheel, oh god. Okay. Let's go down this rabbit hole, shall we? Only used for that. Good. Clean glass. Clean. It's so clean. It's so very clean. We will need polishing compound and wheels separately. All of that is provided on the train network. That is also on the train network. Okay, regular glass, that's fine. That otherwise is fine. Next, that's prepared glass. We have the acrylic, the laser modules, that's here. That's here. Transparent anode is there. Already broken down. I think, finally, outside of Mark II mirror, crude mirrors, only for those, yeah. Cool. Silver nitrate. Did I... may be needing those Mark IV mirrors at some point. Oh, it's Tholin's, hey. That explains. Okay. That's it. That's done. Anything I need separate from here? No. Done. You're done. It's done. Oh my god. Oh my god, we triple checked this time. And this entire time I should have been these factories. This infinity of factories. Okay. To get into the photonic crystals, photonic chips. Oh boy. We're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 new factories and a couple of items that are already built in other factories put onto the train network. Oh boy, that's going to take more than one stream. Probably two. No, that'll be like 2 streams, I think, maybe. Unless something else pops up that I missed in this list. Where's that plan for the intel units again? Where's the intel units? There you are. Intelligent units. What do we still need? Biofets. And the, like, LED, the fault and current inductor, condo processors, nanochips, paradiagmatic resistors, PCB4s, you know, just still a few things even after this. There's, yeah, the LED, CS LED. That's only used in Intel units. So, sorry, Intel units, but you're going to need to break that down local to you. How about the fault current inductor? That's only used in Intel units. How about the condo processors? Also used in fusion cells. So this guy, condo processor. And it needs condo core. And condo substrate. By the time I do that, I will have that gallium arsenide. And the zinc oxide nanoparticles. And those are the only 2 things that I would need to do that. So, yeah, in this process of getting the photonic chips, the ingredients that I'll be building out also get shared with the other stuff for the Intel units. So I've already just seen that for the condo cores. From there... yeah, and I have the bio batteries. We built the bio batteries. We'll need superconductor. which also has its own substrate. Superconductors. They're used for a few things. As you can see, their substrate is only used for superconductors, so that's their cost. We will have Shmoo by then. Everything else should be available easily for that. Okay. Where are my things? Where is my plan? There's the plan. About that guy, we've got those now. Then nano chips. Okay, that I know is used for multiple things. We're just going to take the time for the rest of this stream to plan, basically. That's a well. Well. That needs to be on its own as a separate factory. In gap. Used for multiple things. Indium gallium phosphate. That's all stuff I will have available to me. I'll have the arsenide, I'll have that, I'll have that. I'll have all of those. What else in nanochips? I'll have quantum dots. I don't think I have quantum dot yet. Yeah. Stretchies. These stretchies. I will have all that. I could do that now, in fact, but actually, I need the colloidals. I need the colloidals. So very colloidal. Yeah, so I know that from condo processor down is the other stuff that I'll need for the Intel units at this point. Speaking of which, Intel units, where are you? I'm blind. Paradiagmatic resistor. Used in electronics Mark IV. That can just get built, I think, at that point. I believe I have that matrix. Maybe not. I might need that matrix. Yeah. And that needs a new plan. I have all that. That's fine. Okay. Back again to the Intel units. PCB 4. I think it's also used in the electronics. Yep, and optical parametric oscillators. Cool. This uses the mounted substrate. Yeah. And heavy fermion material. Oh joy, oh bliss. Our next thing, heavy fermion. Oh joy. Oh, Bliss, this stuff used to be a nightmare. It is no longer a nightmare, but it sure as hell used to be. Heavy Freemium material used to require 70% uranium powder, which as an item no longer exists in the pipe. Dang thing! Stupid piece of crap microphone. The XLR cable, as I've mentioned before, the cable has a clip. It is supposed to clip in. Hello. The cable is supposed to clip in. The microphone doesn't have a place to clip in the cable. The microphone doesn't have the ability to clip the microphone in, even though the XLR cable in, even if the XLR cable has a clip to prevent it from being ripped out. Oh no, it just comes right out. You just yank it and it comes right out. So it has a tendency to just fall right out. As I was saying, so it's like 19 factories to build photonic chips, but only 10 more to build Intel units. 11 more to build Intel units after that. So, yeah. 30 factories till Intel units. 30. That's a lot. I think that qualifies as a lot of factories. I am pretty sure so. We have about 6 minutes left in today's stream, unless someone forces the stream to last an extra hour. Unless someone forces the stream to last an extra hour. Oh boy. I made a sale on eBay during this stream. Did they leave a comment? Did they comment? Did they do the thing that I said a while back that I would count as support during the stream? View order details. Did they do the thing? They did not do the thing for eBay. So for those who are not aware, I sell 3D prints on eBay and on Etsy. If you were not aware that at the beginning of every stream where I'm talking about my 3D prints, I sell 3D printed items on eBay and on Etsy. On Etsy, I have a coupon code called Otaku15. If you make a purchase using that coupon code on Etsy during the stream, I will count that towards our incentive for the day and extend the stream an hour if we haven't already met that incentive for the day. If it's above 10 US dollars in support before shipping. So not inclusive of shipping and after the 15% discount, if it's $10 or more, it will count towards the thing. If you use that code, Otaku15, on my Etsy shop, I do not have a code for eBay because I would have to pay eBay a monthly subscription or yearly subscription that would be a lot of money up front to be able to offer discount codes on eBay. So if you want an eBay order to count, leave a comment during checkout to say that to count it during the thing. Then it counts. This doesn't count. They ordered in white. Wow. They ordered 2 items in white. I am shocked to see items go and sell in white for once. For once! Something sold in white. Okay, what are we going to do first? Probably just this because it's super fast. We'll do this as a super fast thing. I have to find 30 spots for factories. That thought just occurred to me. I need 30 more factory locations just to get to Intel units. Oh, goodness gracious. So someone ordered just now 2 of the DS slot, 10 slot cases. So right behind me, actually, I don't even think I should really show this, but I've got my latest 10 slot version of my Nintendo DS case organizer behind me. It's pretty wide. It's pretty wide, but it holds the 10. It keeps them upright and stable on either on a shelf or, you know, on your desk. You can have them free floating on the desk and they won't fall over on you. Makes it easier to access, and also, you know, by the nature of how it's built with extra walls in between each one, it adds just that little bit of extra space to help with being able to pinch in and pull out the cases, and it forces you to not like cram in and damage cases. It forces the extra spacing to happen to keep things from getting damaged. They are convenient for that purpose, and that's why I'm using them. That's why I wanted it. In fact, it's like, oh, this would be useful to have to keep it from like falling over without using like bookends. Because I mean, yeah, anyone could just use bookends. That's also an option. Maybe I should make bookends at some point, but eh. But eh. These do not need to be fully productive. This will rest not there, but 1 tile above there. Give it power. We'll end the stream when I finish this particular factory. Iron and microfiber. I do not need bots for this. Oh boy, I hear the wind picking up. We're due for some storminess today. This afternoon. And away you go. Oh. You know, that would help. So this is the polishing wheel. Note that this was added well after this was presented in, who does it? Bob's or Angels has it? I think it's Angels for polishing. Or is it Bob's? Who has the gems? I think it's Angels did the gems, gemstones. So it's something that's been brought over as, like, inspired, I think, originally from the Angels polishing processes and having the separate wheels and compound for that. Oh, and you also need regular thingies. All right, sure. Enjoy those. I don't know what happened to the noise that's supposed to trigger every time a tech happens. It seems to have died in some update or other. Like, there's supposed to be an alert. There's supposed to be an alert when things happen, you know? I disabled play a sound for chat messages. Is that it? Does that also turn off the sound for tech finishing? Maybe, I guess. Unless, like, that is so dumb. Like, why would it be tied to the chat? What? Because yes, every time the tech happens, the chat brings up a message that the tech happened. Did they put the sound that plays that the tech happened behind the chat message? Like, they make it that? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that it didn't used to do a thing in the chat at some point. It still had that sound, so weird. Weird, very weird. I've noticed that the sound hasn't been happening lately. Anyway, we've reached the end of the stream for the day, folks. I would like to thank you all for watching. Definitely like to thank you all for watching. This has been a Talking Show, but if you've enjoyed today's stream, please be sure to do all the social and engagement stuff down below the video. If you're watching the VOD, leave likes, leave comments, subscribe, etc. I will be back on Thursday, where we will begin in earnest to work our way towards the photonic chips as we continue chewing away at these now like 29 additional factories that I need to get into intelligent units. We can sort of see the light at the end of the tunnel for the intelligent unit factory. Thank God. I have to stall for 30 more seconds for the ads to end on Twitch. Just bear with me here. Yeah, so it's 30, 29 now, more factories to get into the Intel units. Once we have them, we'll have them, but we don't have anything to do with them quite yet because we still need other items for the beacons, the full-sized beacons. Remember that the whole point of all of this is working towards full-sized beacons. The whole point is working towards full-sized beacons. We're 29 factories away from Intel units, and then we have to get all of the stuff for like the Tower Mark IVs and some other items that are involved in making those beacons. And once we have them, we have Bob's beacons at level 2 as well. So with that, we'll be working towards that on Thursday. I hope to see you all then.